All right, so you want to know what the 5 best areas are in Langley, BC? Well, this video is going to outline all of that. And if you want to chat about buying or selling in Langley, you can book a call with me with the link in the description. All right, so starting with number 5, and I did subjectively rank these based on my opinion and how I feel living in and around the area for the last 29 years. So number 5, we have Langley City. Now, Langley City is a sub area of Langley. I know it's a bit confusing, but Langley City is actually a smaller area located within Langley, and it is the downtown core of the city. Area is mostly comprised of condos, both older and newer. There is townhomes, there is detached homes, but I'd say the bulk of housing here is condos. And the city is trying to increase the density in this area. So this is the downtown core, like I said. The SkyTrain is also coming here by 2028, and the SkyTrain is basically getting extended from Surrey Central, which is, 25 minutes west of downtown Langley City, all the way to Langley City, and with that SkyTrain, you can hop on there and you'll probably be in downtown Vancouver in just under an hour. Now, the pros of Langley City is that there's a ton of growth coming to this area, and it is also very amenity rich. Like they have the Willowbrook Mall is right there. They're always adding to that mall. Looks a whole lot different today than it did just 10 years ago. It used to just be a small little dinky mall. Now it's massive and futuristic. Tons of great places to eat, restaurants in that area. Cactus Club, Earl's, Brown's Social House, Olive Garden, Montana's, I think, is still there. Like everything is very close by in that. Maybe not Montana's. I think that's more closer. That's more north. But anyways, breweries, there's tons of stuff to do there. Cafes, everything you need in that area. It is also probably the most affordable area in Langley, with the aggregate price being condos, townhomes, detached, all combined to form one price, which may not be the most accurate price depending on what you're trying to buy, but the aggregate price is $756,000. Now, just a heads up, this area does have more crime in it than any other area in Langley, and there is a decent amount of homelessness in the area, I would say. You're also probably 20-ish minutes to the highway if there's traffic. If there's no traffic, you could probably do it in 10 or 12. So just some things to note. Number 4, we have Murrayville. Murrayville is slightly more rural Langley. It feels a little bit country, although you're only 10 minutes away from the downtown core of Langley. There's a smaller outlet located within this, a commercial complex located within the center of Murrayville that has I think there's a grocery station there and some cafes and some fast food and maybe some restaurants and stuff like that. But overall, you're going to be driving into Langley City for your amenities. It's mostly 1990s townhomes with some detached homes, early 2000s, that kind of thing. Isn't a lot of condo product at all. There's maybe a couple newer condo projects there. Other than that, it's mostly townhomes and detached. And you're probably 15 minutes to the highway here. However, most of Langley, pretty much every other area in Langley, you're going to be using the 200th Street exit to get to the highway and then drive west to Vancouver if you're going to commute that way. Well, Murrayville, you're actually going to be using the 232nd exit most likely, because you actually have to backtrack like 16 blocks to get to 232nd Street. But it's usually worth it because there's no traffic on 232nd, so it ends up being quicker. But keep in mind, you're about 32 blocks further back on the highway going west if you have to commute to Vancouver in Murrayville. Aggregate pricing of housing in Murrayville is $1.077 million, but that is because most of the housing product there, like I said, is townhomes and detached, and there isn't a lot of condo product to bring down the overall aggregate pricing. But a great family area overall. Very low crime, not much to worry about here. Number 3, we have Walnut Grove. Walnut Grove is located on the north side of Langley and on the north side of the highway, but it is right beside the highway, so it is super accessible. And a lot of good amenities here. Like you have the Colossus movie theater, which has been there ever since I can remember as a kid. You have the Oak and Thorn, which used to be a Sharks Club, which is a pub that turns into a nightclub at night. And you got a bunch of restaurants and other places to eat here. You also have a rec center that has like a 50-foot high diving board that we all used to go to as kids. And this is a really good area for a young family looking to possibly get into their first home but need at least 3 bedrooms, because there is a lot of older townhome product, or a fair bit of older townhome product built in the 90s. It's still decent quality on the cheaper end of things. And like I said before, it's extremely accessible if you have to commute because the highway literally runs through the middle of Walnut Grove. Aggregate price in Walnut Grove, $1.055 million. Again, not a lot of condo product here, mostly detached homes and townhomes, and that's why it's a little bit on the higher end in comparison to Langley City. Now, this next area I don't think has any condos at all. Maybe a couple townhomes, but even then, I don't even know if there's any townhomes here. I'm pretty sure it's all detached, and that area is Brookswood. Now, I would say that this is likely not going to be the area that you start with. You're likely going to have to climb the property ladder to buy into Brookswood because it's all detached homes, and detached homes aren't cheap these days. The area is in one of the most southern parts of Langley, so you're probably 20 minutes to the highway here, maybe even longer if there's traffic. And it's mostly 1970s homes that sit on 7,000 to 13,000 square foot lots. Now within Brookswood, there is a smaller commercial complex right in the town center that has a grocery store, a McDonald's, a liquor store, and a couple other things. But for the most part, for amenities, shopping, anything else, you're going to have to drive into downtown Langley City, which is a 10 to 15 minute drive from here. Now, I love Brookswood. I would like to live in Brookswood. It is a very wooded, cozy type of vibe, and there just isn't a lot of neighborhoods anymore like this that is like immersed in nature. Every house is on a bigger lot. Every home has a lot of character, and it's just overall just a beautiful neighborhood. However, the aggregate price is $1.496 million currently. And the number one area in Langley, I chose this one because I feel like it is the most well-rounded area, Willoughby Heights. Now, Willoughby Heights, when I was in high school, which was like 12 years ago now, pretty freaking crazy, it's been that long, but when I was in high school, this area was basically grass. It was just a bunch of grass. Today, it's thousands upon thousands of single family homes on 4,000-ish square foot lots, townhomes, and condos. This area is a little bit pricier for a bunch of reasons, but the main one being is that most of the housing in this area is pretty much brand new. And just like Walnut Grove, it pretty much sits right against the highway, just on the southern side of it, not the northern side. This area of Langley is super energetic. It has a great vibe. It's very young. Like, the demographic here is extremely young. It's mostly, people just starting a family, younger couples, things like that. And specifically, this area has seen a massive influx from people coming from Vancouver, Burnaby, Coquitlam. And the reason why is because in comparison to those areas of Metro Vancouver, it is very cheap and very accessible to the highway. And it's a beautiful area with everything being brand new. There is a commercial complex called Willoughby Town Center that has restaurants, grocery store, cafe, blah, 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 walking distance, depending on which part of Willoughby you live in. It is also 10 minutes away from Langley City and Costco, and all the amenities are extremely close by. You've got the Gold's Gym right there. You've got Latimer Heights is a massive new project that they just put up on the highway there. What's that lounge? SJ or something like that? SNL. SNL Lounge is right across the street, depending on which part of Willoughby Heights you're in. And the aggregate price is $934,000. But I can assure you that the priciest condos and townhomes and possibly detached homes are all, price per square foot speaking, are all located in this area. Detached homes would be the most expensive, but they're end up being around average because they all sit on smaller lots. But if we're talking specifically price per square foot, Willoughby Heights is the most you're going to pay in Langley. But if we're talking about accessibility to the highway, highway's right there, accessibility to amenities, family-friendly, safe neighborhood, this area has it all, and I always say it's worth it to pay a premium for quality. I hope this helped, and if you enjoyed this video, you'll like the vlog tour that I did of Langley, so make sure you watch that one. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm that Agent Kelly. I'm making moves to move you. Peace.